Hey everybody, it's Adam at Archery Country. Today's video, we're going to talk about the Garmin X1i Crossbow Range-Finding Scope. This is an awesome scope for people that are using crossbows, want to reach out farther distance. It's great for quick acquisition of a target. It's going to be really precise at farther ranges at being basically generated to calculate ballistics on your bolt drop. So basically you don't have multiple reticles going on in there. Click a target, range it, it'll automatically adjust based on bow speed, and then you just got to pull the trigger. These are really easy to set up. We've been setting them up on more and more customers' crossbows where they plan on hunting where it's legal. What's really nice about them is we get them sighted at 20 yards, and we're going to show you all this today. Once we're sighted at 20, we enter the bow speed. It's going to do an automatic calibration out to 80 yards. Go through and verify that, and then you can go beyond basically 100 plus yards, just depending on the crossbow configuration. A couple of really cool features on this one as well. We have a fixed pin mode. So basically in the heat of the moment, if you need to pull on something real quick and you just want some fixed pins to do some gapping, you can do that. It's also going to have the Garmin steady aim feature. So if we're moving, our reticle is going to get larger. And as we steady up, it's going to shrink into a smaller reticle. It's also going to have a gyroscope level. So as we tilt the crossbow, we get instant feedback on that positioning in degrees. Very sophisticated scope here, very robust, rugged, and reliable. Easy to adjust. We're going to show you how to get that all set up today. Today we have it set up on the R500 from Raven, and we're going to basically show you how to set it up and then see how far we can get this bow to shoot with the Garmin range-finding scope. So let's get started. All right, so to begin, basically step one is get this sighted in at 20 yards. Make sure to spend a good amount of time getting it sighted in at 20 yards. Be really precise. We have the target set up with the smallest dots, so we can be really particular about how we get it dialed in. Basically, it's going to have an impact as we go out to farther distances. In this way, we're just covering premise number one properly. You'll see I'll be ranging using the top button here. Most time we'll set these up with the cord coming down to the trigger guard assembly or the grip assembly for ranging purposes, but for today, we'll just be using this up here. So I got this bow cocked and loaded. And so again, 20 yards here as range with the scope. Make sure everything's clear. So we just got done shooting our first arrow at 20 yards. We're basically probably 5.5 inches high. Left and right's not too bad. I'm going to adjust the height on that. On the Garmin's, we want to loosen up this knob. We're shooting high, so I need to move the scope down. 1 inch is about 10 clicks. So we got to go about 40 clicks. All right, try that. So we're gonna cock it back. We'll try again and make some more adjustments. So we just got done shooting 20 yards. We're basically dead on the smallest circle possible at 20. Made sure to spend our time there getting that thing dialed. Now we're gonna go, I think we're about 60, 61 yards. The scope's gonna tell us here. And we're going to just verify that that mark is on. Anytime you do the auto calibration, we highly recommend get out, shoot some distance, and validate that pin stack. So at this time, that's basically what we're doing. So cock's locked, ready to rock. Put that on fire. See what we're ranging at. .61. A little high. All right, so we just shot our first validation shot past 50 yards. It was 61 yards exactly. About 4 inches high. We inputted that into the crossbow scope. Basically, it's going to interact with you. It's going to say, did you hit the bullseye, yes or no? In this case, no. It'll ask high or low. In this case, high. And then it'll say how many inches. And this was 4 inches high. So we basically inputted that. And now we're going to go down, grab that bolt, load up, shoot again. So we revalidated 60, 60's on. We're gonna do 80. We're just gonna keep working our way on out. Right there. I mean, it's just a hair low. That's what we want. So we just got done validating 60 and 80 yards. Now we're gonna go, we can shoot beyond 80 now that we've done the automatic calibration. We're gonna add our own aim points at 100 yards and as far as we basically wanna go. And so by doing that, it's gonna auto calibrate those in between distances. So if we're at 101 or 100 yards right here, from 80 to 100, it's gonna auto calibrate all those within by us adding those aim points. And so we're just gonna keep pushing it on back and having some fun. So we just got done, we shot one arrow or one bolt at 101 yards, and basically on the 6-inch black dot, the biggest one on a 365 target, we were dead smack in the middle of it. So now we're at 130 yards, and just gonna do the same thing, adding another aim point. So now our 101 to 130 will be calibrated as well. All right, so now our last distance, we're at 200 yards. Again, setting another aim point on this. Now, we don't recommend hunting at this distance by any means, but it's really fun to just see what these bows can do at this distance. So far working back, it's been grouping extremely well. We're starting to really get into a pretty gusty, unpredictable crosswind. And so no matter what, I'll probably just aim just off of the black center, that 6-inch dot, and just see how the height looks. We might have a little bit of a horizontal spread, but so far I've been very, very impressed with it. And it's been fun to just see what these bows can do, working with the fine tuning capabilities of this Garmin. And so yeah, here we go. We'll shoot 2 bolts here at 200 yards. Hit. So our group at 200 wasn't rifle tight, if you want to call it that. Again, we're dealing with a pretty good gust. And so we got one just on the left side of the core, one right at the base of the core. Difference in height though, we're only about 4 inches. And this is 200 yards with the crossbows. So at the end of the day, it was fun to do. These here are just the 3000 straightness bolts that come with the R500. But what we want to illustrate is that these Garmin scopes are really adaptable, especially when you put them on a good capable crossbow. You can really reach out some distance. Not that we'd hunt at 200 yards, but it is fun to be able to do this type of shooting as well. But story is these Garmin sights are very adjustable, very easy to use, very interactive. We have them at all 3 of our locations. Easy to set up, but if you have questions, we can help you out with this. If you have a crossbow that you'd like to put this on, we have free installation when you buy the scope from us. And it doesn't have to be an R500 by any means. It can be any mainline crossbow that you desire. Very easy to set up, but also very fun to shoot. It was really fun to make this video for you. If you have any questions, make sure to put them in the comments. Hit us up on our chat, email, or come in person and talk with one of us. Again, any of our 3 locations, we're more than willing to help you set up a Garmin range-finding scope. Hit like and subscribe. We're probably gonna have more of these fun videos coming out for you, so that way you can learn and further your knowledge in the field. But thanks for your time, and see you on down the road.